Good evening, Assalamu alaikum. I welcome all of you guys with Mindful Talk at Channel 52 with Amber. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. Tonight we have a very unique show, and it's actually specifically prepared because it's different than any other shows. We're going to be talking, the topic is a little philosophical discussion, and the topic is destiny pre-decided? um, and then I have a very interesting, guests with me, which I'm going to be introducing. The first, I'm going to introduce Mr. Saiful Islam. So, thank you, Mr. Saiful Islam, for joining us today.
You're welcome. You're very welcome.
Okay, and he considered himself a global citizen, a humanitarian, an ex-teacher and an ex-digital corporation, an ex-businessman and an ex-landlord, and an ex-mortgage broker, ex-president of Bangladesh Association of America, husband, a wanderer, a part-time poet, father, and most importantly, a proud grandfather. So thank you for joining us, and please add to your introduction if I have missed, and what you want to say from your heart.
अपनी तारीफ में कुछ ज्यादा बोलना कोई वो जो है ना शराफत के दायरे से जरा बाहर चली जाती है बात. So no, I'm fine. Very happy with the introduction that you have given me. Thank you.
Okay, you're very welcome. And the next person I have here with me is Aijaz Qureshi. He's actually a very famous person in Canada, and he owns his, host his own show. And I'm very, very, grateful for you to joining us tonight, and kind of nervous too, because you are so expert in your field and you've been doing it for last, couple of years now.
You don't have to be nervous, Amber, at all. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me.
A little bit about you, as CEO of Dream Television, Aijaz Ali Show, and he has 33,000 Facebook followers. He has 500 friends.
5,000.
Sorry, 5,000 friends, and we might be 5,001 or two, added to his list. So his motto in life is "Give peace a chance," which I really love, and it actually matches with our theme today. And the reason of his extreme humbleness, a respect earned from his colleagues and friends, in his work. And he's a IT professional, over 35 years of experience at various executive level positions within, Fortune 500 blue chips international companies. He has been a public speaker for many years, a motivational speaker, and he has spoken on many different platforms throughout the world internationally. And many, many more. And the thing that I really appreciate about you, that you motivate the youth, which is also one of my compassions. So thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you so much for having me.
Okay. So, both of your names have, like Mr. Saiful Islam, your last name is saying Devdas, and we don't have, Mr. Aijaz Qureshi's, but your show has Canada Wala with it. So I want to ask and start from there. I'm starting with Mr. Saif, with you, that why do you have Devdas with you? Is that your takhallus or, preferred name, or there must be a story behind it?
Well, this is a story of, everybody's trying to, somebody puts a ring on his ear to make a statement. Somebody puts some tattoo to make a statement. And, everybody has, somebody keeps a beard to make a statement. I know. And there, everybody has somebody puts a parda, a burqa, a hijab, and that's all a statement of individuality. Okay. So we are all trying to distinguish ourselves from something. And it's a really funny way to really inject ego into this whole process. It makes our ego stronger, gives us an anchor. And we thought that Devdas gives me a name which people all over the world will think, what is going on? What's up with this guy? Why this name, Saif Devdas? And I got so far a lot of uh, very positive responses. And people are, really, they enjoy it, my name. Of course, I do enjoy my own name. So that's my short introduction.
Okay. Well, very well said. And I appreciate your honesty on this, that you're saying that it's a boost to the ego. I appreciate that honesty, um, and that, truth behind it, because we are going to talk about philosophy here. So now I'm coming towards you, Mr. Aijaz.
Mhm.
Why do you have that name behind your, show?
Uh, quickly, that story is some sort of interesting because what happened when I became social on social media. At that time, nobody knew me. I only had about 10 followers and about 100 friends, and those were all family members, and that's it. So when I became social, uh, people were trying to find me, and they couldn't find me easily because there are 10,000 Aijaz Qureshi with the same name spelling, and even if you send my picture to them, they wouldn't find me because there are so many of those. So it's just a distinction to make, as Saif Saab said, that it's just to identify myself. I added Canada Wala, and now people, if type Canada Wala, my name comes first. So far, it comes first on top, and it's easy for them to find me and add me to their Facebook or their social media.
Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
So I'm going to go ahead and get started with the question. The question is, are we free? Is everything subject to divine will? Is everything already destined? We have a free will, or सब कुछ पहले से ही हमारे लिए डिसाइडेड हो चुका हुआ है सुभान रबी अल्लाह ताला की तरफ से. um, so what do you guys think? Let's dig into that subject.
मैं सैफ साहब से कहूँगा कि पहले अपने ख्यालात का इजहार करें.
हमेशा सैफ साहब तो हमेशा is ready to explore the world. So let me begin by saying thank you, Amber. Thank you, Channel 52. Thank you, Qureshi Saab, Canada Wala Saab. We appreciate that. Now, the thing about this free will is the world has always struggled with this idea of free will. So free will was whether we have a free will or we don't have free will. Now, in the Jalaluddin Rumi, that great Sufi, thought that we have a free will, and but on the other hand, for example, Einstein thought we have no free will. Now, what happened in 1930s? The two great minds met. One was our Nobel Prize-winning poet Rabindranath Tagore and Einstein. They met in Chicago, and there was a debate about this subject, whether we are free. Now, Einstein was of the view that God has made the laws in the universe, and everything is subject to those laws. Even God cannot change those laws. But what happened in 1920s, another development happened. There is a guy, his name is Neil Bohr, who came with idea of quantum mechanics. Now that quantum mechanics threw everything in the turmoil. So science is in turmoil for the last 80 years. Because, all of your viewers, they know that on a molecular level or a cellular level, everything is programmed in that cell. Let's say that we live another billion years, and we have lived 1 billion years before. There is a chain started. It's called DNA sequencing. This is there. Everything has been started. The author was the people like me who were atheists. They thought that it came through Darwinian evolution. But the other side, Mullah side, they said no, the author was the God. Now, I will tell you why I'm now moving towards Mullah side, because something happened through my readings that showing something other evidence. And ironically, it is our science which is coming to conclusion about the author of this story. So this is where we are studying with the free will versus one is called deterministic universe and one is indeterministic universe. So the deterministic universe, as the always mullahs always maintained, that it was everything is coded. It is already in a DNA. In a single cell. This elaborate instruction is there for me, Aziz Saab and Amber, to be here today. That author penned it 14 billion years ago when he created the universe.
So then
if we have time, we'll go into about this Big Bang and how I became convinced about this God particle field.
So then are you agreeing with that it's destined or you're not?
I am in agreement. This is we don't have free will.
We don't have free will. Okay.
We don't have free will.
Okay. So Aijaz Sahab, आपकी बारी.
बहुत शुक्रिया. आपकी इजाज़त से मैं अगर स्विच करूं उर्दू में तो शायद मेरे लिए थोड़ा सा आसानी हो जाएगी.
बिल्कुल जी.
आज का हमारा टॉपिक है कि तकदीर क्या है, किस्मत क्या है, डेस्टिनी क्या हमारे लिए पहले से लिखी हुई है, प्री डिसाइडेड है, या हम खुद अपनी बहुत सारे लोग कहते हैं ना मुफक्किर हजरात कि जी आप अपनी किस्मत खुद बनाते हैं. आपकी किस्मत, आपका मुकद्दर आपके हाथ में है. ये सारी चीजें हैं. थोड़ी सी इस पे मैं जो टॉपिक है इस पर रोशनी डालना चाहूँगा. हमारा जो दीन है उसके 5 बेसिक पिलर्स हैं हमारे. उसमें सबसे पहला पिलर है हमारा इस्लाम का शहादत, कि हम गवाही देते हैं कि हाँ अल्लाह ताला एक है और मोहम्मद सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम उसके रसूल. ठीक है, पहला तो ये. उसके बाद में शहादत के बाद में फिर नमाज है कि जी 5 वक्त की नमाज पढ़नी है, नमाज फर्ज है. फिर रोज़ा है, उसके बाद में हज है अगर इस्तिताअत है तो, और फिर ज़कात है कि ज़कात देनी है, जो साहिब हैसियत हैं उनको ज़कात देनी है. ये तो 5 बेसिक पिलर्स इस्लाम के हैं. लेकिन अब जब हम बात करते हैं फेथ की, अकीदे की, तो उसके जो बिलीफ है या जो हम जिसको ईमान कहते हैं, जो हम ईमान लाए अल्लाह ताला पर, वहां पर आपको ईमान लाना किन चीज़ों पर पड़ता है. एक तो सबसे पहले अल्लाह ताला सुब्हानहू व तआला, उसके बाद उसके फरिश्ते एंजल्स, और उसके बाद उसकी डिवाइन बुक्स हैं, तमाम बुक्स पे हम ईमान रखते हैं. उनके तमाम रसूलों पर हम जो अल्लाह ताला ने भेजे उन पर हमारा ईमान है. क़यामत पर हमारा ईमान है. और आखिरी पिलर जो छठा है वो है कदर. कदर क्या है? डेस्टिनी. तो इस पर हमारा ईमान जो है वो हमारा ईमान होना चाहिए. अब डेस्टिनी या फेथ है क्या बेसिकली, इसको थोड़ा फेथ जो है वो उसको हम थोड़ा सा डिफाइन करेंगे कि ये चीज़ एक प्री डिटरमिन्ड है, कोर्स ऑफ इवेंट्स के जो होने हैं वो लिखे हुए हैं ऑलरेडी कहीं पर, और ये जो है एक प्री डिटरमिन्ड फ्यूचर के तौर पर इसको हम कंसिडर करते हैं. और जनरली हो या इंडिविजुअली हो, हर चीज़ जो है वो लिखी हुई है, लिख दी गई है पहले से. सूरह नंबर 54 अल कमर सूरह जो है उसके अंदर लिखा हुआ है वर्स नंबर 9 में कि we created everything according to a measure or destiny. In both these verses, a destiny implies the inward reach of things, their intent, potentialities and possibility. हर चीज का अहाता इसमें हो गया है कि हर चीज जो है वो क्रिएट की गई है. तो डेस्टिनी कहाँ से निकली? डेस्टिनी स्टेम्स आउट फ्रॉम तौहीद कि जी अल्लाह एक है और वो कादिर है, हर चीज के ऊपर मुक्तदिर है और उसकी वननेस है अल्लाह ताला की, ये हम मानते हैं. अब डेस्टिनी जो है वो किसकी एबिलिटी है, क्या है, कौन लिखता है? वो लिखता है अल्लाह सुब्हानहू व तआला. सिर्फ उसके पास अथॉरिटी है, सिर्फ उसके पास पावर है जो डेस्टिनी को तहरीर करता है, डेस्टिनी को लिखता है. इसके बाद चार चीजें हैं जो डेस्टिनी को संभालती हैं, जो उठाए हुए हैं. जैसे एक टेबल है, उसके चार पिलर्स होते हैं, तो उसके ये चार चीजें हैं जो डेस्टिनी को समझने में मेरा ख्याल है कि हमारे लिए और हमारे व्यूवर्स के लिए बड़ी आसान साबित हुई. मैं उन चारों चीजों का इंडिविजुअली आपके साथ जिक्र करूंगा. जब आप मुझे इजाजत देंगी, अगर आप मुझे इजाजत देंगी मैं कंटिन्यू करूँ तो मैं कंटिन्यू करूंगा, या सैफ साहब से डिस्कशन करने के बाद फिर हम दोबारा से उन चार चीजों का तफसीलन जिक्र करेंगे.
ठीक है. तो यहाँ पे जो एक बात मैं पूछना चाहती हूँ आप दोनों से, इस हिसाब से तो हुआ कि हम लोग रिलीजियस बेस पर बात कर रहे हैं. तो जो लोग विच पीपल आर नॉन मुस्लिम, हिंदू, क्रिश्चियंस हैं या जूइश हैं, तो क्या उनके नज़दीक उनके खुदा की बिलीफ किस तरफ चला जाता है? तो यू नो दिस बिकम्स अ डिफरेंट डिस्कशन डिपेंडिंग ऑन बिलीफ देन. तो मैं ये बात इसलिए कर रही हूँ क्योंकि आप दोनों ने रिलीजन के बेस पर बात की है. ये बिल्कुल सही है. और दूसरी बात जो आपने कहा डेस्टिनी की बात, तो जैसे इकबाल ने कहा है कि खुद ही को कर बुलंद इतना कि हर तकदीर से पहले खुदा बंदे से खुद पूछे बता तेरी रजा क्या है. इस बिना पे तो आ जाता है कि जी एक इंसान अपने आप को इतना काबिल बना देता है, इतना ऊपर ले आता है दैट you know, I am extremely successful and whatever I'll do, the destiny is going to work. But what if I have gone through really bad ups and downs? What if everything has always worked bad with me? मेरी हर तरह से किस्मत बुरी रही है, আমি যেটাই করি ওটা খারাপই হয় আমার সাথে. मैंने बांग्ला में बोला है कि हाँ मेरे साथ बुरा ही होता है. So at that point you start losing belief in your own self. तो फिर जिस बंदे की अगर डेस्टिनी पहले से ही बन चुकी है तो फिर तो वो उसका तो बिल्कुल काम खराब हो गया. He is gone and dead. What do you guys think about that?
जी सैफ साहब.
Now, what the free will, as I said, is it's a wonderful idea. It's a true that everything is already programmed and coded, meticulously coded. So one cell has billions of pieces of information in it, billions of pieces, and it takes like 500 Encyclopedia Britannica to decode that. Now we are seeing that this is mind-boggling. What scientists are now finding out, that information inside the cell is mind-boggling, and it's not easy for any human being to understand this thing anymore. Now, let's go back to this idea of what happens if we are not free. Then what happens? Who is responsible then? If I don't have free will, and everything has been programmed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then where is the personal accountability? So what happened in 1,000 years ago, Rumi was judge in a courtroom in Turkey. So the murderer, a thief was brought to him, and the thief said, the Rumi asked, "Why did you steal?" And he said, "Well, it was written, it is Allah's will. How I can deny it?" Rumi sends him to jail. And he says, why you are sending me to jail? He says, this is also Allah's will. He ordered me to send you to jail. Now, what is the issue here is that we discussed right now that free will causes a lot of problem. But let's look at this for now. For millions of years, we had this solid physics. The universe was governed by solid laws in physics. Now what happened? Suddenly, in 1930s, there was a guy, his name is Heisenberg. He discovered this principle of uncertainty, where he found that this cell is not really just one cell. When we shoot it through the Hadron colliders in Switzerland, and we see this particle is one side it is coming as particle, and one side is coming as wave. Now that blew the mind of the greatest minds until what's name Newton. It was perfect. Classical physics answered all the question, but now the classical physics doesn't have answer, because now the new reality we have found, and this is modern science is discovering more about that new physics. So what does it mean? For example, when I say a particle is both wave and particle is just a particle, now what happens? It means that this you and I can be in the same two places at the same time. How that can happen? Now, the greatest minds of this century right now, greatest brains of this century, they are wrestling with this notion that they never thought they would face. Now they're finding out that, for example, Amber can be in Alabama, or you can be in Aziz Saab, you can be in Canada and in New Jersey at the same time.
So I'm going to
How that can be?
Here a little bit, because we have some viewers' comments, and I really do want to take the viewers' comments because it's about our show. Mr. Muhammad Ayub is saying Assalamu alaikum, and Shepu is saying watching this great program. Mr. Adnan is asking, is there a point of no return for faith? And so we will come back to his question. And then Seema is saying Assalamu alaikum. Mr. Sayyid is, mashallah. Miss Seema has made a comment that Allah hamare iman aur aqeede ko aur bhi mazboot kare. Inshallah, that is a very important thing, and you are absolutely right. Mr. Sayyid also already said, mashallah, very good topic. Saima said marvelous. Sayyid also said Assalamu alaikum, I'm Sadi, and many other people are joining. So I would want to take the question from the audience of Mr. Adnan. He said, is there a point of no return for faith? So if you can show the question, Mr. Adnan.
Yes. So there is something which is known as supplication, जिसको हम दुआ कहते हैं. दुआ से जो चीजें हैं वो तब्दील हो जाती हैं, ठीक है, लेकिन वो भी ये बारीक नुक्ता आपको समझने की जरूरत है कि वो दुआ का करना भी, दुआ का मांगना भी डेस्टिन्ड है कि ये आदमी ये काम करेगा और दुआ मांगेगा और उस दुआ के नतीजे में उसकी दुआ कबूल की जाएगी और उसको जो भी वो मांग रहा है उसको वो चीज़ दे दी जाएगी, चाहे वो आज़ादी है, चाहे वो दौलत, शोहरत, अजमत, जो कुछ भी है वो उसको दिया जाएगा. ये तमाम चीज़ डेस्टिन्ड है, ऑलरेडी लिखा हुआ. तो जब बाकी चीज़ें जो मैं कंटिन्यू करूँगा अपनी डिस्कशन को, they will become more clearer, I guess.
क्योंकि जो दुआ यकीन से की जाए उसमें ऑलरेडी 90% यकीन आ जाता है कि मैं अल्लाह से दुआ कर रही हूँ, तूने कबूल करनी ही करनी है कि
बिल्कुल.
मेरे मौला तू जितनी भी देर हो, ठीक है, देर है लेकिन तूने कबूल करनी है, हो सकता है मरने से थोड़ी देर पहले ही हो जाए, लेकिन कबूल
बिल्कुल
हो जाएगी। तो
बिल्कुल
उस अकीदे के साथ, तो यहाँ पे बात अकीदे की आ जाती है। और I want to go back to Mr. Saif's point about, because you're giving references on certain, philosophers. Aristotle, a Greek philosopher, he said A is equal to B and B is
हम्म,
equal to A, and then
हम्म,
A come back to E. If you guys know about that philosophy of his formula. So, according to that, it says the world is a stage and we all are the characters and, actors of it. That's what he used to believe. And, he used to think that a world is a stage. Different हम लोग के कैरेक्टर्स हैं, और हम लोग उससे उसमें कभी जाते हैं और उससे कभी बाहर
अपना
आते
रोल प्ले करते हैं और निकल
हैं।
जाते
जी
हैं।
बिल्कुल। तो उस हिसाब से, where you were saying personal responsibility, it can be taken in a both way. Now I'm going to show you this glass. What do you guys see in this glass? Is that half empty or half full? Well, let's take it from there.
As I said, the quote that you said about we are all actors is not Aristotle. I'm sorry, it's Shakespeare.
Shakespeare, exactly.
Okay.
Shakespeare said, sorry
Shakespeare said.
to correct you, young lady. Now, this is,
No, I appreciate your correction. They can. Uh, there's no problem. There's nothing wrong in correction. A person
Absolutely.
who can
I
correct it,
appreciate
I
that.
would not. I would definitely not. I appreciate, and there's no problem, and I don't have that pride. If you,
But I appreciate that.
yeah,
So
thank you.
Shakespeare thought that we are all actors. We strut and fret on the stage for a while, then heard no more.
Hmm.
It is a story told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. That's what the Shakespeare says. That this world is a stage, and we are all mere actors. And we are actors, and somebody is a director behind the curtain.
That's right.
And we have no choice in the role that we are playing. That's a very profound thinking. That who is the author of this script of my life? I'm not making any decision by myself. Everything is luck. For example, I'm born in, I'm not, how come I did not die in the plane crash in Karachi last month? How come somebody dies in the river? How come 1 million Iraqis died innocently in Iraq with the American invasion? Millions of Syrians died because of that somebody throwing bomb left and right. Now you mean to somebody can tell me that this is already, those guys had a choice? If
So
somebody just,
there is no personal responsibility anywhere.
because what happened that if you say personal responsibility, let me give you then shift the discussion to something more in neurology. So I wish you had a neurologist or neuroscientist today on the show. The neurology is now confusing things even further. For example, a guy commits a murder. If the guy has money or he has big lawyers, he can get off scot free. Why is that? Because they will take his MRI of his frontal lobe, and in the frontal lobe they can prove to the judge that there is a tremendous chemical imbalance in this person's mind. Man has no control over this, the neuron firing in his synaptic firings in his brain. Has no control. How he can have a control? Even if you go to Harvard or you go anywhere, there is something in your brain in the frontal lobe that you have no control over. There are 3.4 billion billion instructions, 3.4 billion pieces of codes in one single cell.
So I'm going to take a question from our audience, which is actually
Please.
asking question towards you, which is Mr. Adnan said after that, we need to be very strong in our faith and belief in Allah. And another person said, question to all the guests, how much role does faith play in in deciding the destiny?
Exactly. I think the rest of my talk will most probably clarify that. So, if you allow me, I can continue with the rest of the discussion that I had planned to discuss tonight with you guys.
Please
Uh,
do.
so we were saying that destiny actually stems out of Tawheed and oneness of Allah and the belief that Allah is the most powerful and He's the creator of everything, every single thing He created, be it on Earth or be it on anywhere else in galaxy. So destiny is the only ability of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Nobody else can write the destiny. That's the belief. Now, as I said, there are four pillars to the destiny, and I will talk about them individually, if you allow me. The first pillar is the knowledge. The second is writing. The third is will, that is free will. And the third is the creation. As fourth is the creation. So these are the four, and I'll briefly talk about each one of them one at a time. So let's talk about the first one, which is the knowledge. Now, knowledge, Allah has all the knowledge about every single thing, what is happening anywhere in the world or outside of the world. He knows everything. That's our belief, and that's His knowledge. Whatever is happening in the seas, on the earth, under the seas, under the seven seas, or what have you, in on the land or in dunya or akhirah, whatever will happen or whatever has happened, He knows. He has the knowledge and power to know that. There is not a single leaf that falls that is unknown to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He knows every single thing, every single leaf that is falling today or have passed, have fallen in past. And He's aware of that. The second is the writing. The writing is written, documented before it actually takes place. So whatever takes place has already been pre-written for every one of us. That's part of the destiny belief. And then there are four levels of writing. Let me share them with you individually. There are total four levels of writing. The first one is Lawh Mahfuz. Lawh
Mhm.
Mahfuz is something that Allah wrote 50,000 years before He created the earth. So that was pre-written long time ago. The second is the lifetime record for his lifetime, for anybody's lifetime. The whole lifetime record has been pre-written. All the incidents and instances, they have been all pre-programmed, pre-written. Uh, and when are they written? When the fetus is in the womb of the mother. That is the time when the fate is written for that person, for anybody. And there are three things which are written at that time, which is first one is sustenance, that how that person will sustain, how much that person will earn, how much will eat, and all those things, where that person will live, things like that. All that is pre-written. Then the lifespan, how long this person is going to be alive on this earth. And the third thing is the act, what act this person is going to perform. And another thing which is part of that writing is that person will be doomed or will be prosperous. That is also written, pre-written for every single one of us. The third pillar is the annual record that is written for every single person on this earth is on Laylatul Qadr. Laylatul Qadr, in this night, all wise matters are decided about every one of us. That is the third one. And the fourth one is the daily affairs. Every single day, the daily record is created, that who is going to die, who is going to live, what are the affairs that are going to happen that day. So these are the four pillars of writing. If we come next to the belief that supplication can change the destiny, or dua can change the destiny. Um, I'll give you an example. that breaking a leg, somebody broke a leg,
Mhm.
and that's it. And that person makes a dua
Mhm.
that, oh Allah, I repent and I did this thing wrong, and I am facing this calamity, and help me out here. Uh, that broken leg was the destiny that was supposed to happen, and making dua also was destined to happen. That and just imagine, these series of events has already been written, that this person will break his leg or her leg,
Mhm.
and then this person will repent and make dua, and this person will be forgiven. So that is already pre-written. And you know, uh, if everything goes well, we don't really say anything. If we get promotion, if we get money, everything, we credit ourselves. But as soon as Saif Saab said, if anything happens, हम बीमार पड़ गए, हमें हमारा एक्सीडेंट हो गया, ओ जी अल्लाह ने ऐसे चाहा था, अल्लाह ने चाहा तो बीमार पड़ गया, अल्लाह ठीक करने वाला है, उस वक्त फिर हमें जो है वो अल्लाह ताला याद आ जाता है. So सैफ साहब, आई एम टेकिंग your words from that. लेकिन ऐसा ऐसा बिल्कुल सही है. अब थोड़ी सी हम बात करते हैं, जो विल की बात की थी सैफ
जी
साहब ने, कि फ्री विल क्या है.
जी.
विल जो है बेसिकली इज एवरीथिंग दैट एग्जिस्ट अपॉन अल्लाह's विल. उसकी विल है, हमारी कोई विल नहीं है कि
ओके.
हमारी कोई विल नहीं है. जो भी काम हो रहा है इस दुनिया में वो अल्लाह ताला की मंशा से, उसकी रजा से हो रहा है. हम अगर वो ना चाहे तो हम कोई विल विश नहीं कर सकते.
तो
हम
इसका
अगर
मतलब
विश करते हैं तो वो भी उसकी विल से विल है उसकी, तो हम विश करते हैं, विल करते
ऑलरेडी डिसाइडेड हो चुकी है.
हैं.
तो इसका
एग्जैक्टली.
मतलब है जो एक दफा बदकिस्मत पैदा हो चुका है वो बदकिस्मत ही मरेगा.
देखिए, किस्मत, कौन बदकिस्मत है कौन खुशकिस्मत है ये हम नहीं कह सकते, हम नहीं जानते उसके बारे में. ठीक है ना, हम ये कह सकते हैं कि मैं खुशकिस्मत हूँ या मैं बदकिस्मत हूँ. ये इंसिडेंट्स और इवेंट्स डिफाइन करते हैं उस आदमी की लाइफ स्पैन में, और वो चीज जो हमारा अकीदा है उसके मुताबिक प्री रिटन है, फेट है, डेस्टिनी है.
Okay.
ठीक है.
So we're gonna go ahead and take some more comments here.
जी बिल्कुल, फिर मैं कंटिन्यू करता हूँ बाद में.
चलें जी, ठीक है. Was Adnan Sahab to point, there is no other acceptance late of Arabic troubled man. I didn't get it. And Ajmal Sahab is glass is neither. Yeah, she's talking about the glass empty
Glass
or
half full or half empty? Yes. Okay.
Adnan Sahab Sahab, the accept in Allah. And Lizzie Moto is watching, Muhammad Noor Nabi is watching, Neela is watching, and Iqbal Sahab ne kaha hai, there is nothing empty. It's on about the same glass, that everything is full, and we have to be able to how to float and enjoy. And Amir Hamza is saying, thank you, Aijaz Sahab, for giving such an important information. And MD Mustafa Rahman कह रहे हैं, if everything has been decided, why would we be punished? That's a good
बिल्कुल, बहुत सही सवाल, बहुत सही सवाल, बहुत सही. सैफ साहब, आप जवाब देंगे या मैं कोशिश करूं?
तो जो मुश्किल काम है आप मुझ पे
मेरी
छोड़
तरफ
देते हैं.
नहीं नहीं नहीं, वो आपने इसका जवाब दे दिया है ऑलरेडी. आप दे चुके हैं इसका जवाब. मौलाना रूमी का जो आपने कोट किया था.
मैं तो पता भी एक पता भी जो है ना वो नहीं हिल सकता उनके इजाजत के
हुक्म के
बगैर.
बगैर. बिल्कुल.
तो वो नहीं, एम्बर पहले पूछ रही थी कि उसमें डू वी हैव द what is accountability?
Yeah.
My question in the whole free will debate is, where is the accountability of your action, like when you're theft, you're looting, you're murdering, and so on and so on. Now, what I said, that is a clear-cut case of crime and punishment. But as we saw, that neuroscience is telling us, the latest research, that criminal cannot be held responsible for his crime. Now, only thing is that system, everybody for thousands of years, we have been brainwashed into thinking and making this judicial system. But we have a judge, we have executioner, we have everything. But they did not know the science will bring in a lot of mess now. So we are
Actually,
not really free. And because we have not, nobody can show me one single example of what they have created. Some somebody created them, somebody brought them in the world, somebody gave them education, somebody gave them the job, somebody took care of them, and when he died, somebody put him in the grave.
so I have a
So
question
from
here. Sorry to
Ji,
cut. Did you work in a court system?
yes, court system mein, we are seeing these dilemmas. Judges are getting all confused now because if the murder cases are coming now in the court, and the guys judges arguing, the attorney is arguing strictly on the basis of DNA and your forensics, DNA and neuroscience. They're bringing you frontal picture of your frontal lobe, and they can show that you messed up brain. How you can be punished for something that you have no control over? So this is what the new mess is coming now.
So if I'm a murderer and I'm shooting anyone and I'm pushing the trigger with the gun, I'm not responsible. It's already been destined.
Already destined. Let's say that we take a picture of we do MRI of your brain,
Mm-hmm.
and through your brain mapping, we find out, wow, she has really she's very unfortunate. She's got a tumor here, she's messed up head, and she has no control over her actions. So that's why we give these powerful drugs. We give powerful drugs to control their brain activity. The neurons in the brain are going crazy. So we have to inject them with the powerful drugs to bring them under control to for time being. But that person cannot be, we don't have the money and resources to just follow him with this thing. But we put him on the prescription drug, and he will stay all his life on this prescription drug, and hopefully he will not commit another murder.
So then what's the judge is gonna decide?
Judge is gonna see the scientific evidence. He must decide the case on the basis of the scientific evidence, not
Right.
his prior belief, not on the basis that the man
Definitely.
has committed murder and let's kill him too.
That is true, and that's why there are loopholes. When people say that somebody is mentally ill, and all those
No,
medical.
no, there's two different things.
Right.
Loophole loophole implies that somebody is illegally taking advantage of something. This is not illegally taking advantage. It is just plain brain mapping.
Actually.
Yeah. As I said to you before, the cell that was created by, let's say, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that's God particle, which brought the big bang into picture. The world has existed always, but the big bang, the was not have taken place. One of the reason was that we had everything, but we are missing a particle. It's called God particle, and God created that, or somebody created that particle field for electron, proton, neutrons, and quarks to come into existence. Electron, proton, neutron, and quarks, which is you and me and Qureshi Sahib.
Okay, so next comment I'm gonna take here. Adnan Saab said acceptance like Bedouin Saudis. I guess he's referring to because they go, their lifestyle is different. They live all the way in their
Yes,
deserts, and
yes.
they're more inclined towards that. Mr. Fazl Razak is watching, and there's another question from Amir Hamza: is as Destiny is already written, what is the best way to deal with meeting back in life? And there's another question which is linking to the last question here with Mr. Rahman. Is my question is, everything has been decided, then why Allah will judge us in the afterlife? Then all the responsibility goes on Allah Almighty.
Right. With Qureshi Sahib, with your permission.
please.
Yeah, so That is where the free will, there's no free will. It is being established right now because we don't have any control over our life. You are sitting in the studio and I'm sitting here. Somebody can just come into my house and blow me away. I have no control. Today there was a shooting in mall in Alabama, and those innocent people dying all over the place now. You know that in America. What control do they have over their lives? So they don't have control. But at the same time, the most profoundest question is how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can punish us if we don't have free will.
Okay, there's a very good question came here. We have many people in our villages that will go to Babaji to fix their lives through jinns and jadoo. How do we deal with that mindset? So that was a wonderful question. Those Babaji's plays that they can fix everything. That's another whole topic where that's another belief on that. I know we're coming to, the closer of our time. The time flew really fast. So just quickly in one or two sentences, if you guys can answer.
जी देखिए, जादू जो है वो तो बरहक है और इसका जिक्र जो है कुरान करीम में भी किया गया है। और जादू जो है ये बाबा जो हैं मोस्ट ऑफ देम जो है वो तो जाली होते हैं और अक्सर ये चीज़ें देखने में आई हैं, लेकिन जो पहुँचे हुए होते हैं वो अल्लाह ताला के कलाम से उनको इतनी पहुँच हो जाती है कि वो कुछ कर सकते हैं लोगों के लिए। लेकिन हमारा अकीदा जो है वो ये कहता है कि वो जो आगे होने वाला है वही बात आ जाती है डेस्टिनी की, कि वो भी ऑलरेडी प्री रिटन था। उसका कोई जरिया बना, किसी के थ्रू वो होकर के आए, कोई मैसेंजर था, कोई करने वाला था कि ये आदमी उसके पास जाएगा, मिस्टर ए मिस्टर बी के पास जाएगा और मिस्टर बी उसको पढ़ करके एक पानी का गिलास देगा और ये उस पानी को पिएगा और ये अपने जो भी उसकी परेशानी है उससे उसको छुटकारा मिलेगा। ये भी पहले से लिख दिया गया। ये सारा जो प्रोसेस हो रहा है ये सब कुछ पहले से लिखा हुआ है। आई होप के आई वाज एबल टू आंसर।
थैंक यू। तो एक्चुअली दिस इज वेरी रिलैक्सिंग। जिन लोगों को डिप्रेशन और स्ट्रेस और टेंशन होती है, कोई जरूरत नहीं स्ट्रेस लेने की, এখানে কোনো টেনশনের কিছু নেই, আমাদের অলরেডি সবকিছু অলরেডি ডিসাইডেড করা আছে।
बिल्कुल।
We have to accept it. We have to be a good believers. And tawakkal ala Allah jo hai wo baat wo exactly literally it is the way it is. So last comments, Mr. Saif, if you can please.
Now I'm going to say something from the King Bahadur Shah Zafar's tutor, his teacher. His name was Sheikh Ibrahim Zok. So he was asked about this Kismat is free will business. और ये जो लोग कहते हैं कि यार I have done everything on my own ability. I have done everything because I have brain. So he says, नाजा ना हो खिर्द पे, होना वही जो हो, दानिश न तेरी न मेरी दानिश्वरी चले. So he says that, naza na ho khir per, for those who are Bengali friends who do not know the Urdu, he says that, why you are boasting of your abilities? Naza khir min akalmandi, or your brilliance. Everything that you have is nothing. When the kismat jo hai na badalti hai, jab वक्त बदलता है तो तुम जो है ना सब खाक हो जाओगे, कुछ पता भी नहीं चलेगा। और उसका एग्जांपल, सबसे बड़ा एग्जांपल है 6 महीने पहले अमेरिका वाज गोइंग टू मार्स।
जी जी जी,
कितने बदमस्त हो गए थे ये लोग, इनको जो ना हर चीज, उनका दिमाग खराब हो चुका था कि वो हम लोग ऐसे 0% अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट, वी आर डूइंग दिस, हम लोग अमीर बन गए, ये हो गए वो हो गए। अब देखें 130,000 जा चुके हैं, अब अल्लाह जाने और कितने जाएंगे। इकोनॉमी तबाह हो चुकी है। तो आपको जो ना कुछ थोड़ा सा तो खौफ करें, You don't want to be, become too boastful of your abilities. Really, we don't have any ability. It's all kismat. I really do believe this. There is all luck.
So
You
one
know,
of the last comment I'm going to take from Muhammad Nur Nabi, he's saying that's totally shirk when people totally lose the faith on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They include and this type of activities, but we have faith on the Almighty Allah and we cannot do shirk with him, whatsoever.
Absolutely.
So, depending on that last comment from Mr. Amir Hamza is thanks for Saif Sahab and Aijaz Sahab for sharing your thoughts.
Thank you so much.
Full show.
okay.
So
Pleasure.
I would end on the last comment on Aristotle that because we had a lot of conversations. Sometimes it looked like that we agreed on certain things and sometimes we didn't agree on certain things. So I know he said that it is the mark of an educated mind to be able to entertain a thought without accepting it, which is very true.
Very
And
true.
so I think the end result is to me, it's very relaxing and very, दिल को इत्मीनान देने वाला है कि हर चीज़ खुदा ने already हमारे लिए decide कर दी हुई है. We don't have to question it. We don't have to stress over it. We just have to have this strong belief in our heart that सब कुछ हम जो हो रहा है अल्लाह की तरफ से हो रहा है.
बिल्कुल.
We have to have this yaqeen and believe in destiny, and then just go with the flow as it says. Or another
You have any
last,
control.
we have no control
You don't
over
have
it.
any control. Yeah.
Yes. Last एक और मैं शेर पढ़ना चाहूँगी मिर्ज़ा गालिब का, although it goes to a different direction, but he said जब जीने का शौक था तो दुश्मन हजार थे, जब जीने का शौक था तो दुश्मन हजार थे, अब मरना चाहता हूँ तो कातिल नहीं मिलता.
कातिल नहीं मिलता. क्या बात है, क्या बात.
क्योंकि जिसने मारना वो तो कोई और है.
वो तो लोग
सही.
आंखों से मार डालते हैं,
क्या
तो
बात है,
गोली
क्या
की
बात है.
जरूरत नहीं होती.
बस
तो
अंबर, हमारी दुआ है कि अल्लाह ताला हमें हमारे ईमान को मुस्तकिल करे, क़ुव्वत दे और हमें बेहतर तरीके से अल्लाह ताला और उसके अहकामात को और उसकी कुदरत को समझने की तौफीक अता फरमाए और उसकी वननेस को जो है वो समझने की हमें अल्लाह ताला तौफीक अता फरमाए. और ये चीज़ें अगर हम करेंगे तो बहुत सारे जो माशरे में बुराइयां हैं उनसे हम बचे रहेंगे.
I mean, so last messages from you guys. I know we're very close to our time, but last messages, I do want to give you guys a chance to give last.
Thank you very much, Amber, for inviting me. I really greatly appreciate. Mr. Qureshi, we'll see you in Toronto.
Absolutely.
And we'll have some Pakistani Lahori kebab or something like that. And inshallah, we'll meet you and your family. And Amber, we'll see you soon. I guess, I don't know when, but we'll love
Okay.
to see you, visit you, or you come and visit us sometimes.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Amber, and Channel 52. Thank you so much, Saif Saab. It was a great discussion. Thank you so much for inviting me on your great show, Amber.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Saif and Qureshi Shah for joining me tonight and giving your time. And it was a great discussion. Mindfulness, coming on my show and talk mindfully. And I really feel inclined. And I hope our audience. Thank you so much for joining us tonight on this show. And the message which came out of this, to be very honest, I was very nervous about this show because I didn't know where it would go because the topic was such, and we did talk about atheism, belief and non-belief, but I'm so glad with the ending result. And I again want to say that it is giving us a great message for our next generation. Whatever we do, there's a message of hope that inshallah our kids would be able to follow and don't have that uncertainty and distress and stress and that kind of things which is going on with all of us. So and that's the best result which came out of this show. So thank you so much for watching, and thank you, Channel 52. And inshallah I'll see you guys again. Assalamu alaikum. Thanks.